Hello friends. Today in this video I am going to be telling the story of the 2004 smash horror film Saw. The film follows two strangers, freelance photographer Adam Stanheight and Dr. Lawrence Gordon, who awaken in a dilapidated bathroom with no memory of how they ended up there. Both men find a tape recording each in their pockets, and not long after listening to them, realize they have been trapped in a game perpetrated by the infamous serial killer known as Jigsaw. Escape seems unlikely at first, but Adam and Lawrence soon realize they may have a chance. But at what cost? And are they alone? Stick around to find out the rest of the story because spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The movie begins with one of our main characters who is played by one of the movie writers, Adam, waking up in a bathtub and not remembering why or how he got there. We also see that a key goes down the drain shortly after. Adam has no recollection of how he ended up there and gets out of the bathtub to find out he is in some kind of abandoned room. Adam meets our other main character, Dr. Lawrence Gordon, who is also chained up to a pole on the other side of the room. Both being super confused, the lights turn on and they both come to see a dead body lying in a pool of blood in the middle of the room. Adam thinks that they have been kidnapped and had their kidneys removed without their consent. But Gordon explains that if that were the case, they would already be dead right now with a crazy amount of blood loss, and Gordon explains that he is a doctor. Adam feels around his pockets and ends up finding a mini cassette tape in his pocket that says, "Play me." Gordon then checks his pockets to also find a cassette player, along with a key and a bullet for a pistol. Gordon attempts to use the found key on the lock that he is chained up with. Being unsuccessful, Gordon tosses the key over to Adam for him to try. After another failure, Adam sees that there is also a cassette tape in the hands of the dead man in the middle of the floor, along with a pistol in the other hand of the smelly dead man. Adam is able to reach the cassette player with his shirt after removing it, and once in possession, he puts his cassette in the player. The cassette tape is a mysterious voice that says he knows everything about Adam's life and what he does for a living and may be blackmailing him. Gordon then tosses his tape over to Adam to play, and on the tape, once again, seems like this mysterious voice knows everything about Gordon's personal life. The tape explains that X marks the spot, and if Gordon doesn't shoot Adam by 6, they both will be left in the room to rot. This mysterious voice is none other than the infamous Jigsaw, but our characters are not aware who it is just yet. Searching for a way out, Adam finds a bag in the toilet sink and is surprised to find 2 hand saws in the bag. They each attempt to use the saws to cut through the chains, but don't have much progress doing so. Gordon then comes to the realization that Jigsaw doesn't want them to cut through the chains. He wants him to cut through their bones to be freed. We jump to scene where we see police and detectives searching for Jigsaw and coming to the scenes of his previous victims. Jigsaw always leaves a cassette tape for his victims, letting them know the instructions they will need to escape from his game. At the scene of the most recent victim, the detectives notice a hole in the wall that they believed he was watching front row whenever the game was being played. We have ourselves a bloody serial killer. A previous memory shows us Dr. Gordon being visited by the detectives and being questioned about a recent murder. Gordon has no idea what they would be investigating him for, but detectives found one of Gordon's personal items at the scene of a recent homicide. Gordon explains to the detectives that he didn't commit the murder but was having an affair with another woman, so that is why he was at the scene. Gordon feels he is being framed for murder by Jigsaw. We next see a character named Amanda go through one of Jigsaw's games where she has a reverse bear trap on her head, and if she wants to remove it, she will have to brutally stab an alive man where the key is hidden in his body. Seems like one of the easier Jigsaw games, but nonetheless, she successfully finds the key in the body and uses it to free her head. Lucky gal. After escaping the trap, a creepy little doll strolls into the room on a 5-year-old's tricycle and tells Amanda she has been redeemed of her bad juju. So threatening. Back to the room with Gordon and Adam where they are arguing about which one of them is responsible for them being there. They then come to find out they are also being recorded as they find cameras behind some two-way mirrors. On the other hand, we see a hand that is watching them, assuming for this to be the hand of Jigsaw. Flashback to Gordon with his family, and he is a busy working man but is not happy in his household, so he has been thinking about having an affair with a coworker. He claims nothing ever happened between them, but that's what every guy says in the situation, true or not. This is then when Gordon is snatched up by the pig mask-wearing weirdo as he was hiding in the closet waiting for the perfect time to attack. Back to the present where Gordon's family is being held captive by a man who was the same loser that snatched up Gordon from his house earlier. He's played by the same guy that was the villain in the show Lost, so the role is fitting. So while Gordon is stuck in the abandoned room, this man is holding his family hostage while also being the tool that is watching the secret room on the security cameras. Is this the real Jigsaw? We are made to believe it is at this point. Detectives are searching for Jigsaw when they enter a warehouse that they believe belongs to him, and when they get there, they are horrified by some of the stuff they see. They see a miniature model of the abandoned room that Gordon and Adam are in, and they also find the little Billy puppet and pig mask from earlier, confirming that this was in fact one of Jigsaw's hideouts or warehouses. Once Jigsaw arrives at the warehouse in an elevator, the detectives try their best to arrest him, but Jigsaw, being surprisingly super quick, is able to get the upper hand and slice one's throat, and the other follows into another Jigsaw trap and dies. Jigsaw ain't to be messed with, y'all. Just saying. Back to Adam and Gordon, where Adam asks Gordon to turn off the lights. Gordon obliges, and once in the dark, a mysterious bright X lights up on the wall, which surely is the X the tape was referring to earlier. Gordon smashes the wall open where the X is and finds a mini toolbox in the wall. In the box there is a cell phone, a lighter, another note reading to Gordon that if he can kill Adam by giving him the cigarette, he can live. Apparently that cigarette is poisonous and would kill Adam if given to. Remembering the note earlier, if Gordon kills Adam, he will be able to walk free, so Gordon is put in a little predicament of moral responsibility. Gordon turns off the lights, and once they are off, whispers to Adam that he needs to fake being poisoned from the cigarette as a chance to win the game. He wants Jigsaw to believe that Adam is dead. Adam then does the worst acting fake poisoning performance of all time and is not believable one bit. Adam is also then electrocuted from the chain to prove he is not actually dead. Jigsaw continues to show how he is thinking 2 steps ahead of them. All of a sudden, Adam remembers how he got there and what he is there for. Come to find out, Adam is actually a photographer and was hired to stalk Gordon and prove his infidelity. So Adam knew who Dr. Gordon was this whole time so far. It is then shown that Adam was kidnapped by Pig Mask Boy after he was developing some photos in his apartment. Back to the dirty bathroom, the phone rings and it is answered by Gordon. On the other end of the line, it is his daughter calling to tell him that the guy in the room has a gun and is threatening to hurt them, also telling Gordon not to believe any of Adam's lies, referring to the photographer gig. In a twist, it comes to find out that it wasn't Jigsaw paying Adam to take the pictures, but it was in fact one of the detectives that did it. The detective wanted to prove that Gordon was the guy behind the Jigsaw murders, so he was having Adam tail him. Adam tosses over a picture to Gordon that a mysterious man was seen in the house of Dr. Gordon's when he wasn't there, and it was actually Zepp. Zepp is one of the lower totem pole workers that work at the hospital they both work at. Zepp is the man that is holding the wife and daughter hostage at this time. Ollie, Gordon's wife, is able to undo the tie she had on her arms and is able to outmuscle Zepp and completely own him. Zepp needs to find a new profession after this one. He's not cut for this line of work. Completely fed up with the whole situation, Lawrence Gordon does the unthinkable, takes off his shirt, and then continues to saw off his leg to get out of the chain. Gruesome scene, but really portrays the tension they were building up for. After sawing off his foot, Gordon reaches the pistol that was in the hand of the dead guy and shoots Adam, hoping to kill him and get home to his family because he beat the game. The door to the room opens up now, and it's Zepp that is there. We come to find out Zepp wasn't actually Jigsaw. He was just another victim playing Jigsaw's game and was blackmailed to do the things he did. Well, Adam didn't actually die from the gunshot, and he surprises us all waking up and completely annihilating Zepp with the toilet lid. With the door open, Gordon drags himself out of the room very slowly, promising to send help when he gets out. Once Gordon is all the way out of the room, we then are delivered an amazingly shocking twist when it turns out the body in the middle of the room wasn't actually dead and it was Jigsaw this whole time. This twist was epic the very first time I watched this movie. The music and flashbacks made it absolutely awesome. So Jigsaw stands up in the room, goes to leave the room looking back at Adam saying, "Game over," as Adam was never able to cut off his foot, so he will have to rot in the room. Gordon says he will come back for him, but at the blood loss he's gonna have, that's a long shot. The key from the very beginning of the movie that went down the drain was the key to Adam's lock. Not really fair to Adam, as he really had no chance if that were the case. Poor Adam left for dead. Probably the most likable main character of the movie is the one that gets the unfortunate end. That is the end of the first Saw, and I will be doing the sequels in the following days. Thanks for watching.